This is not the face you thought would be bringing you gluten-free vegan tacos, but here we are. This isn't vegetarian, vegan. No animal products whatsoever, no derivatives, no eggs, no cheese, nothing going in this part here whatsoever. This is how to make the meat. What you put on top of that is 100% up to you, but I'm going to show you how to make this out of this texturized vegetable protein, which is basically soy. Now there's a lot of different ways TVP comes. It comes in cubes, flakes. This is basically shreds and other crumbles. This is specifically designed to be a ground beef replacement. There are other uses for this, and it comes packaged for that. This is made by Hoosier Hill. Shout out to the great people of New Hampshire. Basically we're going to be using 2 cups of this right here. This is not terribly expensive. Is it cheaper than meat? A little bit right now, yeah. So we're saving money and the environment and our waistlines, because clearly I care about all 3 of those, right? Yeah, anyways. Hey. Anyways, we got 2 cups of this right here. We have 2 cups of boiling water. We're going to put this into a very large bowl. I'm going to grab the water that's over here staying hot, because it has to be boiling hot water, and we're going to keep moving on all this. Okay, I have spatula turner stirrer thingy. 2 cups of boiling water. This happens to be filtered, fresh, wonderful water. Takes all the crap and contaminants out of it, steaming lovely, and the handle's really, really hot, so I'm going to stop holding this. I'm going to put this in here. So this is equal parts our TVP Hoosier Hill crumbles and 2 cups of water. And basically, you just want to mix this up really, really, really well. And this instantly smells like ground beef. There are things in here that make it smell wonderful, caramel color and stuff like that, but this smells like that. It doesn't say it has Tallulah yeast in it, Tallulah yeast, whatever it is. It has that smell though. If you know what that smell is, it's kind of a smoky, beefy smell, but obviously it isn't beefy, but that's what Taco Bell uses to make their meat taste like meat. Shots fired. So, can you make whole tacos out of this? I would say yeah. Doesn't that look basically like ground beef? It does. Now you're going to let this sit for a little bit, because this has to fully hydrate. So this is going to sit for a minute. I'm going to push this over here. I'm going to explain what else is going in these to make these tasty, yummy tacos. First of all, we have some Maggi sauce, something. It adds umami, and it's really, really yummy, and it's awesome, and it tastes very beefy, although there's no animal products in this whatsoever. This again, soy and other things in there. Wheat gluten. Okay, there's a little bit of wheat gluten in here. I do apologize for this. All right, fine. There's like the tiniest amount of wheat gluten in the Maggi. Leave it out if you don't want it. Just add some beef stock. I'm kidding. You'll deal with the gluten before you deal with that. Maybe they have gluten-free Maggi. I don't know. I never looked. I've had this bottle since I was about 11. It's full to about here. You don't use much. But if you're making this, you're probably going to use a bunch. So invest in the big bottle. It's useful for a lot of things, basically. This is just one of them. It will add a ton of flavor to this and make it super yummy. I'd like to say it's not optional, but everything's optional, right? Okay. All right, seasonings. I'm going to put a list. You stand over here so that I can put my list of all of the stuff that's in here. Basically, the usual suspects. There's the chili powder, the paprika, the cumin, garlic. There's minced onion in this. You've got cayenne. There's Mexican ground oregano in this. Ground Mexican oregano. I don't know if a Mexican ground the oregano or if it was ground in Mexico, but it's Mexican ground oregano. There you go. And there's a little bit of salt in here. And there's no sugar in this one because we're trying to be healthy. Why would you put sugar in here? Come on. I may have forgotten a couple of things on the list here, but basically if it's written down here, that's what's in there, and that's all the measurements. That's what you need to know. This will be going in to our flavor. This is our thickener. This is half a tablespoon, basically, of... Where's it full? No, this is a full tablespoon. Full tablespoon of masa harina. This is what you make tortillas out of. This is corn flour ground very finely. This gives a great flavor in there. There's a little bit of a lime in there from when they make it all up and do all this stuff. So it has a great amount of flavor. And we have a teaspoon of lime juice. Basically that and about a tablespoon of oil. Vegetable oil, of course, because we're not using beef tallow or pork lard. That would be absurd. We're using vegetable oil and no butter to make our roux, to basically thicken this. We've got a little bit of water going in. It's going to depend a little bit. We're going to adjust that as we go if we need to, but it's not going to take a ton of water. If you want to use vegetable stock instead, please feel free to do that. I think this is, let me check. She's ready to go. Okay, see, that is how long you need to let that sit. If you don't do that, this will get soggy and weird, and it will give the juices back out, and it won't taste very good. So let it sit that amount of time. And then we're going to go to the frying pan and cook this up. So let's do that now. All right, let's start preparing our taco filling here. We can't say we're cooking the meat because it's not cooking and it's not meat. But yeah, we've got our tablespoon of vegetable oil in here. We've got a tablespoon of masa harina. This is kind of like making a roux, but it won't make a roux because you don't have any gluten in it. We've got all of our herbs and spices going in here. You saw the list earlier. It's also in the description down below. Put this in, get the herbs, the spices all toasty and everything. We're going to put about a half a cup of water in now. We're going to do this from here on out a quarter cup at a time, just till we get the right consistency. We got our nice spice facial going here with the Camry getting toasted. There's another quarter cup going in. It's just regular water. You can use vegetable stock if you want, but yeah, water will work fine. And just mix this around real good. Now, at this point, I should have been putting a tablespoon of tomato paste in. I forgot. If you've seen me do other videos, you know I forget everything, but it's usually just a spoon or a spatula or something. No, I forgot an actual ingredient this time. Woohoo! All right, another quarter cup of water is going in. We got a full cup at this point, and it's still not going to be enough. I'm going to have to put another quarter cup in later. I would put it in now, so cup and a quarter seems to be about the right amount of water. We're going to put our lime juice in now. It's just 1 teaspoon of that. We're going to put our Maggi seasoning in. We got a tablespoon of that going in. I'm going to add another tablespoon later. So just put 2 tablespoons of Maggi in right now, and it's perfect, basically, especially if you had the tomato paste in there. All right, so our TVP is going in. This is uncooked. This just came off the counter. You saw that as it's hydrated. It just goes straight in. You don't have to cook this at all. It's just going to go in. It's going to get soaking up all this goodness and more than you can imagine. So that's why the extra quarter cup of water is going in there. If you have to do it this way, it is possible, but dear God, I do not recommend it. This was hard to get this back. I thought I had ruined this at this point. It took an extra 15 minutes for this to really kind of come back as it got really clumpy. Here's the extra tablespoon of Maggi that I'm putting in now to get the flavor where I want it. And that stuff really is amazing. That is the secret to this tasting really, really good. So don't be afraid of the Maggi. If you really can't have gluten, then I'm sorry. I don't know how to get around that. Soy sauce might work, or Worcestershire sauce would work. But yeah, I would go with a Maggi first. It's got a flavor that cannot be beat. But yeah, hoisin, it's a little too sweet. But yeah, just mix this around. Let this basically come to the right consistency, and you've got your taco filling. You know what time it is. It's time to make the tacos. That's right. And we are sitting here with our taco filling. Can't really call it taco meat. You saw how easy that was to make. It really does taste pretty good. Now, I will be honest, because I will always be honest. I think there's something wrong with me that I pretty much don't have the ability not to be, except when I'm lying, which I never do. But that wouldn't fool an expert. If you are a vegan and have been a vegan for a very long time, if you haven't had ground beef in a long time, you haven't had regular tacos in a long time, you are probably going to think that is exactly like Taco Bell meat or something else that you may remember from back in the day. You may have had once or twice a long time ago. But if it's been less than, say, I don't know, 40 years, you'll probably notice a difference. It's slight. Would I eat that? Yes. If someone handed me that time, well, I'm about to. But if someone handed me that and I ate that, I'd think, oh, it's turkey tacos or something else. But it is close enough that I would be polite and I would smile and I would say thank you. And if somebody asked me if I loved it, it would depend on who was asking me. If it was my mom, I'd say, Mom is the best. Most other people, I'd be like, it's interesting. But it is interesting. If you were forced to eat that, you'd be like, I can do that. Cool. If you really are a vegan and you really will not eat meat, that is 100% exactly what ground beef tastes like. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. I already said earlier I never lie, except when I'm lying. And I'm not lying now, I promise. That is exactly like ground beef. There you go. You heard it from me. Take it to the bank. It's the internet. We can't be wrong. It's against the law. Actually, it's funny. In Canada and Europe, it is now against the law. Okay, if you live there, I'm really sorry. Anyways, we are going to make some tacos. Here we go. This, I mean, seriously, this looks... How do you... I don't know. It is close. The flavoring on it is great. As far as the seasonings and everything go, just make sure you cook it long enough to get the moisture out of it and get the right texture. It can come out kind of heavy at first, but just let it basically, not really reduce, but, you know, it more or less reduces a little bit. All right, now, come on. We got to do this because this is going to be awesome. And this is a little bit of sour cream. Now, if you want to use, this is not vegan sour cream. Because I'm not feeding you, it doesn't really matter. But if you want to use a vegan sour cream in this, by all means, feel free to do so. And this, of course, is powdered oat cheese, because I wouldn't dare use real cheese on this. No. So it's whatever they make fake cheese out of. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's powdered oats. Tastes like it. Sawdust? You tell me. Lettuce. Now this is all beef lettuce. I don't know where you get vegetable lettuce, but if you can find it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Because I love comments. And that's why I always make funny jokes that people go, that's not funny, you talk too much. You're stupid. Yes, I agree. If somebody says something in there I disagree with, I will let you know. So far, they've been pretty spot on. I'm like, Mom, quit commenting. It's a joke, folks. My mom's been dead for like 10 years. If my mom shows up in the comments, run. Just run. Because, again, not with this anymore. Hot sauce. Oh, come on. You are not going to have a vegan taco with powdered oat cheese and soy cream. It's probably soy cream, right? They can make sour cream out of, what, oat milk, almond milk, anything? I bet you could. Why not? Probably tastes just fantastic. Not as good as this. Not sponsored by these people, but it is good sour cream. There, that's a little better. You can see. No, you can't see it? Okay. That's the, if you find this at the store, buy this. It's got the green cap. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's incredible. And that taco is not going to eat itself. So I'm going to have to, as soon as I take the thumbnail, hold on. Okay, I've put this off long enough. I actually have to bite into this now. Now, I'm really hoping this isn't like the Swedish tacos, if you saw that video. I will give you my honest opinion of this. I've been sampling the meat. I know what the meat tastes like. In a whole taco, it could be very interesting. It could be amazing. We'll find out together in 3, 2, 1, and I'm still stalling. Holy crap. Okay. I will say this. The texture is, it's not like way off. It is, it's just a little off. It's a little soft. a little squishy. But if you blindfolded me, gave me a Taco Bell taco and that taco, would I know the difference? I don't know. That's really good. Damn. Am I a vegan now? Is this how we find out? I'm a vegan. All right, well, welcome to How to Cook Like a Vegan. I'm Bill Vegan. Great. No, I have a feeling it's going to take a little more than one amazing vegan taco to get me to go to the dark side or the light side, whichever way you look at it. But that's a really good taco. I wanted to say goofy things and make jokes and all that, but I can't. That thing's actually tasty. That is a legit taco. If you don't know about this and you haven't had a taco like this, and you haven't had something that is this, like that, if you've been missing Taco Tuesday, that's it, man. Don't put beans in your stuff and don't have I'll just have the potato taco. No. That right there, the TVP taco, that meat, the recipe you just saw, you got Taco Tuesday. Congratulations. And I'm really happy for you because that's good enough. If I went to your house and you served that to me, I wouldn't complain the slightest bit. Don't tell me. But yeah, it's good. All right, well, on that note, we will have to end the video here. I'm just kind of speechless. Wow, I mean, just that. I used a lot of the flavors that come from like the Taco Bell stuff. I've done the Taco Bell ground beef and the Del Taco ground beef and the Noggles ground beef and a bunch of that different stuff. So I've learned a lot about how to get those flavors. That is those flavors. Texture, like I said, is but it is. Wow, okay. So, thank you for watching this video. If you took something out of this that you enjoy and want to see more stuff like this, leave me comments and tell me what you want to see me cooking, and I will do it because it's just easier to use your ideas than come up with mine. So, whatever you say, I do. Don't hold me to that. I know the internet. No, thank you. But I will look into doing whatever you want me to do. If it's more stuff like this, then please let me know because I'm happy to do it. And maybe you get another great recipe like TVP vegan tacos. And if you do, you'll find out when you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. YouTube will tell you when the next video comes out. And if you like the video, you can always hit that thumbs up down there. It makes a huge comment with the algorithm. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm all hopped up on the soy protein, man. But it does help the algorithm, helps the channel. And if you like the video, please do those things. And if you do, then I'll be here later to give you more videos. And I will see you on the next video. Until then, have a good one.